Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 10th chapter, text number 2. Echame Bhagavan Prishthas Tvayartha Bahuvittama Tan Vadasvanupurvyena Chindinas Sarva Samshayan. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. O greatly learned one, kindly eradicate all my doubts and let me know of all that I have inquired from you from the beginning to the end. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Vidura asked all relevant questions of Maitreya because he knew well that Maitreya was the right person to reply to all the points of his inquiries. One must be confident about the qualifications of his teacher. One should not approach a layman for replies to specific spiritual inquiries. Such inquiries, when replied to with imaginative answers by the teacher, are a program for wasting time. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
So this is a verse where Vidura is asking Maitreya Rishi, O greatly learned one, kindly eradicate all my doubts and let me know of all that I have inquired from you from beginning to the end. So Prabhupada in the purport mentions that Vidura asked all relevant questions. The best part about Bhagavatam is the questions are asked, relevant questions, perfect questions are asked by perfect personalities. Prabhupada says that the whole world is full of question and answers. Everyone is asking questions. Iska bhav kitna hai? Kaun jeeta? But they are not perfect questions. All questions related to eating, sleeping, mating, defending will not really give eternal benefit to the soul. And we are so much in ignorance, we have no capability of asking the right questions. Forget about getting the answers. Those right questions will not come in our minds. Assuming in an ignorant state, Lord Himself comes, we'll be asking wrong questions. We'll be asking wrong benedictions. So Bhagavatam in that sense is a great benediction. It is not only giving us the answers, it is right questions are being asked by right personalities to the right persons. Vidura is an exalted personality, is asking right questions to an exalted personality like Maitreya Rishi. So Prabhupada is saying that when the right questions are asked to the right person, but before we seek answers to the even right questions, Prabhupada says that we should be confident about the qualification of the teacher. In today's world, many people have spiritual inclination. They are also approaching the gurus, different religion, different gurus. But not everyone is genuine. And as a result, we are seeing that many people are getting royally cheated in the name of religion. Scandals happen. So-called famous godmen gets involved in some major debacle and he is behind bars. So, if the right questions are asked to a right personality who is coming in a bona fide parampara, then, and if the answers are not imaginative, in Bhagavatam, nowhere we'll get an answer where Maitreya is saying, in my opinion, according to me, I think, as per my understanding. They are quoting some other rishis. Shukadeva Goswami is quoting somebody, some else, Maitreya and Vidura's conversation. They are referring to the prayers offered by Brahma. So that way we are so very fortunate that right questions, right answers from right personalities being handed over to us by a bona fide Prabhupada coming in a bona fide parampara. There are a lot of Bhagavatam versions also available in the market, but we may not get the right meaning. The essence of what Maitreya Rishi conveyed to Vidura, in reply to those questions, we will not get the right essence. Just like Bhagavad Gita, Mahatma Gandhi is writing some other meaning. So we should have the right guru. Once they who got a big boil in his leg, very big boil, and boil was not attended to at the right time. So there's a lot of swelling and full of pus. And it was very, very painful. So much so that he could not tolerate it. Could not sit, could not sleep. So much of pain, screaming, crying. And mother could not see this child, so much of pain. So generally in India, Dadi Ma ke nukse. So the mother immediately, recollected what can be done to help the child, her son. So she got hold of some leaves. She went to the garden outside, got hold of some leaves and quickly crushed it and made paste out of it and put it on the boil. So for a moment, it appeared that there was some relief, some cooling effect of the leaves, but then it really didn't help. Again, the boy started screaming, crying and not able to tolerate the pain. So the sister in the house, she says she should also do something to relieve her brother of the pain. So she also went to the refrigerator, got some cold water, ice cold water, and knowing that jal raha hai, it's burning, place is burning, so sprinkled that water and started little bit fanning so that some air in the boil, some relief. So the boy got some relief. The cold water was little this thing, but again it started burning after a few minutes or few seconds. So just then in their house, there was an uncle who had come, who was visiting their thing. So he was seeing from a distance, from another room, this boy is crying so miserably, so much in pain. And the mother and sister are trying their best. They're not able to help. So the uncle was actually practicing Buddhism. So the uncle also could not see so much of pain. So he told, kill him, kill this boy. The mother and this daughter, what is happening to him? Maar do isko, maar do. And then he said, okay, this pain, he's suffering so much. If we kill him, all the pain will be gone. He doesn't have to suffer so much. It will be all over. Suffering will be all over. But this mother and sister, they could not accept this. Who can kill their near and dear one just because there is some pain or some suffering? So they practically scolded the uncle for what they is suggesting. But he was firm, नहीं इसको मार दो, इसकी भलाई के लिए है. Kill him, kill him. So anyway, they somehow kept him quiet, didn't heed to his advice. And then the mother, as a last resort, called for a doctor. The doctor came, he opened the bag, took a sharp surgical knife. The boy, moment he saw that knife, no, he's going to kill me, because he had already heard uncle saying, kill him. So he said, he's going to kill me because ab to practical action mein ho gaya, knife aa bhi gaya. So he says, no, he's going to kill me, no. The doctor patiently heard all that screaming and all that. He kept on doing what he is supposed to do, took out the knife, put the little scissor in the wound, all that pus came out, did some bit of minor surgery, cleaned the wound, took out all the pus, put that ointment, whatever was required, and did the bandage. All along there was a lot of pain in the boy, in that person. But couple of hours later, he also gave an injection, maybe a painkiller or something, and couple of feeling much better, the pain had got elevated and he was feeling much comfortable. So now question to all of you. We'll go one by one. What does the mother represent here? The mother brought some jadi booty and made a paste and applied on the boil. What does the boil represent? So the boil represents the miseries in this material world. Everyone is suffering. Miseries are there. And the mother giving that jadi booty, the paste, there are a lot of people who are wanting to help, wanting to give relief to others. A lot of humanitarian work going on in this world. Corona time, a lot of people risk their lives to save others. And we should appreciate. When this kits were being distributed, initial first few days where people were not knowing what's going to happen, there was so much of uncertainty. But there were people who were risking their lives and going ahead, trying to save others, distribute food, distribute ration, cook and all that. So, lot of relief measures are being propagated, are being so-called given to people to give them relief from material miseries. But those relief measures are not really giving any relief. Momentary some relief a person may get. These are all quick fix solutions. Not getting real relief from the pain what people are going through, a lot of miseries which people are going through. What does a sister represent? Putting cold water. So the sister represents the modern day scientists. They are coming up with innovative solutions, painkillers, so that, temporarily, yes, for a few seconds, for a few hours, for a few minutes, for a few days, we get relief. But the real root cause of the misery is not being addressed. Only symptoms are being treated. Third one, the uncle, Buddhist practitioner. He says, Mardo, kill him. Na rahega baans, na bajegi bansuri. What does that represent? Shunyavadis, voidists. Buddhist philosophy also says this root cause of our misery is all these material desires. And this material desires is because we have this body. This body is there because material elements have come together. So mukti means dismantle this material element. Void. Finish off your existence. Finish off your existence. Annihilate. Or impersonalist who says your individuality has to be merged into the Lord. You should lose your individuality. Because so long as individuality is there, suffering will be there. So merge into impersonal Brahman. So that there is no more birth. You're just a spark in eternity. You don't have a material body with material elements which will give you material desires and have material miseries. Annihilate your existence. So that's their Prabhupada, the pranam mantra was a Paschatya Desha. Before that, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Shunyavadi. So they are also giving solutions. After all, their philosophy is also giving solution to material miseries. And the world is full of such impersonalists, Mayavadis, Shunyavadis. And what does a doctor represent with a surgical knife? A bona fide spiritual master. What does a knife represent? The cutting words, fools and rascals. moment moment people hear the words, they get, hey, no, or they say, no sense gratification, follow the four regulative principles. No, no, you're going to kill me. There was a friend of mine, we studied together 4 years. He was my batchmate, my roommate in first and second year. So he after passing out, he did his MBA and then he went to Singapore. So he settled in Singapore, he's a resident there. So he came to India and he met me when I was in Bangalore. And he was even in college in bad company. So he was not, all typical bad association, drinking, smoking, womanizing. So then he came to this thing and he came to know that I am, because we were so close, 2 years, we were in fact sharing the room also. So he got to know I am in Bangalore. He had come for some work from Singapore. He got to know and he came to the temple to meet me. Then he was glorifying himself. I did this, I did that, went to Singapore, I went to Hong Kong, and now I am the country head, XYZ. He was glorifying, last year we had gone to Disneyland and my children are this and they're studying in this, all that. So I heard that. And then he says, Amit, tell me something about yourself. So he says, and since he has no idea of spirituality, so much of blind he is, so he says, he's asking questions which otherwise a normal person, knowing that I am in this dress, will not ask. So I'll just share some of the questions so you can see how much a person can be blind. So he says, Acha, you are part of this institution. So if you have to watch movies, go to theater, who will give the money for it? A question. He says, खैर वो तो पता है मुझे, but I think you all don't drink also. Because it's so common for them, and probably, you know, so वो तो खैर खैर आप लोग तो पीते भी नहीं होंगे. नहीं, हम चरणामृत पीते हैं. And then he said, he asked me this. Life is very dry. So people have no idea when Prabhupada is saying that no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating, chant 16 round, get up early in the morning, follow sadhana. People cannot understand that this is the source of real happiness. When Prabhupada is saying fools and rascals, this thing and all that, people, he's like a spiritual doctor who's operating on the real root cause of the disease, material existence, because of which we are suffering. And we have so much of pus, so much of anarthas, so much of misgiving, so much of wrong understanding, wrong perspectives of life. So he removes all that. He operates on us. Nashta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. And then he dresses us in the sense, whatever the ointment of love of God. Premanjana chachurita bhakti vilochananena. So right, the ointment of love of God gives us the holy name, the true medicine, bhava oshadi. And very soon we get relief. What is that first verse from Shastastika? Relief? Cheto darpana marjam bhava maha davagni nirvapanam. Chaitanya bhava maha davagni nirvapanam. We get relief from the blazing fire of material existence. So that is what a genuine spiritual master does. But a conditioned soul, he is fearful. A lot of people are fearful. नहीं मुझे मैं मंदिर जाऊंगा तो सब कुछ छोड़ना पड़ेगा मुझे. सब कुछ छूट जाएगा. मैं नहीं छोड़ना चाहता. He is fearful of the instructions. Give up this. Give up meat eating. Give up intoxication. But genuine spiritual master is the one who will also not mind giving an injection, not mind doing surgery, not mind even cutting. So Prabhupada, if you see how he's so genuine, he's using even harsh words. Otherwise, if you have to get audience, to get following, then you have to pacify and speak something goody which will make them feel good. And many people do that. They glorify the audience, make them listen what they want to listen, what inflates their false egos. You are so good, you all are so great. Appreciate them. So Prabhupada didn't do that. Prabhupada was very, at times, harsh, speaking the truth. You like it, good. Don't like it, the truth is truth. And because the message was pure, because the teachings is pure, he is telling the truth. The listeners, if they follow those instructions, definitely they'll get relief from the fire of material existence, the blazing fire of material existence, which all of us are experiencing. So that's why Prabhupada here mentions that the replies which a person gets should not be imaginative replies. Prabhupada also in his books, he says, my only credit is, when he was asked, what is the secret of success? What did he say? My only credit is I have given, I have not adulterated. I have not, that's my only credit. No doubt he gives credit to his spiritual master. I just tried to follow my instructions. But he says, my only credit is I did not change, I did not adulterate. As it is. So we should have a spiritual master who is bona fide. We are all that way so blessed. Even in ISKCON, unfortunately in today's time, we have, just imagine we were talking about the other day about Mayapur, that thing happened. There are so many disciples. When they come to know that these all things are going on, what will happen to their faith? Faith is a delicate thing. Once there was a blind man, he got engaged, was about to get married. And since he was blind, he wanted to go to his would-be's place, father-in-law's place. Since the place where he was staying was quite far away from their house, he did not know how to go there. So one day he was having that desire that I should go, I should meet my father-in-law and would-be. And in the fields, he heard sound of a flute, sound of some cows moaning, and the cows moving around. So he thought maybe I can go and ask that person if he knows the way, he can guide me. So this person, he went to that person and he said, okay, I want to go to so-and-so place. He told the address. And he also told, I am blind. Can you please help me? But that person had come all the way to graze, take care of the cows and all that. So he said, do one thing, I'd like to help you. This cow, he pointed to one particular cow. This cow actually is from the adjacent house. Adjacent house? Whose house? Father-in-law. So adjacent house, just catch hold of the tail of this cow. She will take you there. So the person was in love. Anything he will do to reach the place. Where there is a will, there is a way. So he caught hold of the tail of the cow. The cow got scared. And started running. And this person is also determined, somehow I have to reach. So the cow is running here, there, left, right, this direction, that direction. Somehow this person should leave me. And this person is all the more determined, I will not leave you. And the cow, to make sure that this person leaves him, went in wrong direction, hit him with his legs, took him to some rocks, passed through some shrubs with thorny leaves, all those things, so that he gets hurt and leaves him. But he is holding on. all this, thorns pricking his body, his shirt getting torn, but he is determined, nahi, pahunch ke rehna hai. Catching hold of that tail very strongly with a lot of determination, utsaha, dhairya, nishchaya. And left, right, here, there, the cow's going and, jolting him, kicking him, all that, but he's determined. Finally, with great difficulty, somehow the cow reached the house. Just at the entrance, the father-in-law was standing. And he recognized this cow because it's neighbor's cow. But he could not recognize his would-be son-in-law because the whole thing was full of blood and bruise and full blue in color, completely. So the father-in-law thought, he's a cow thief. He's stealing the cow. And the cow is trying to free itself. So caught hold of a cane. And don't you see me? Don't you see me? Don't you recognize me? But he couldn't recognize because his face was completely swollen and bruised. And he ran off. So now, some learnings for all of us. What does this blind man represents? Aspirant who wants to know about God, okay? Wants to go to the destination, to his beloved's place. Aspirant who wants to go to God. What does this cow catching the tail of a cow represent? If we catch hold of a wrong person, wrong guru, then this will be our state. We get bruised, we get hurt, we get pricked with all kinds of thorns. We may even do austerities, we may even do penances, but unknowingly, unintentionally, we go away from the goal. Finally, the father-in-law not recognizing him, what does that mean? What does that mean? Even if someone comes to the right destination, even if someone gets a Bhagavad Gita in his hand, even if he comes to a Krishna conscious place, if he does not have a bona fide guru, if he does not have the right instructions, he'll not be recognized. So that way, if you see, many of us can take the good fortune all of us have. Right guru, right knowledge, right scriptures, perfect answers. That's why when I was telling yesterday, all the blessings what we have, if we don't count, if we don't recollect, if we don't appreciate, if we don't recognize, if we don't express our gratitude and take it for granted, and small difficulties what we face, we get focused on that, then there's a possibility that we may lose this good fortune. I was telling, it's a fact, if we were to somehow, just like they do that among the wealthiest people in the world, Forbes, Fortune 500, Fortune 100, the top 100 richest. We'll be among the top few hundreds or thousand most fortunate people in the world. We all may be among the top, who knows, among top 500, top 1000, most fortunate. अगर some list is there, most rich में आता है तो Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, सबका आता है. अगर most fortunate का एक list बनेगा ना, then Radha Priya, all the Siddha Swarup Prabhu, all that. वो लिस्ट में हो गए. But here we say, and this problem is there, that problem is there. Link nahi bana. So we should recognize our good fortune. We should be grateful. Prabhupada is there. There's nothing which is not there in life which is required for us to be blissful and happy. There's nothing which is lacking in our lives which is required for us to be blissful and eternally happy. Unfortunately, we have our crazy minds, conditioning of the past, anarthas, which is keeping us away. Madhu Prabhu last time when he came, he was telling these pleasures what we run after, the sense gratification, these are deceptive pleasures. They take us away from real pleasures. Otherwise, we have real happiness, real joy, real knowledge, real spiritual master. So we'll stop. Anyone has any question? Anything like to ask?
This Madhya Muni and Vidura is asking many questions. So he is asking that this is required that one should have faith in the spiritual master, the instructor. Then only he can get benefited. So how much it is important to have full faith, even though he may be asking, but the answer which is given by the spiritual master.
So it is mentioned here, no? They should have faith. Faith is very important.
How that faith can come? That's my question.
Bhagavatam gives how the faith develops. Initially, it is Komala Shraddha. All of us, we may have faith, but it is not firm faith. What is that thing which you read? Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, Tato Nishtha. And this faith also is not 0 and 1 logic, binary logic. You have faith or you don't have faith. Our faith, every one of us have faith, but everyone's faith may be different. A pure devotee, his faith is unflinching. In no circumstances, in no condition. We sometimes, when we go through a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulty, our faith shakes. We start questioning why it is happening to me, why God has not sanctioned this. So we are following the process. Faith will come, and with whatever faith we have, we try to follow. With whatever faith we have, Ado Shraddha, feeble faith, we follow. Faith becomes stronger, 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 stronger. We should avoid. Faith is also contagious. Faithlessness also is contagious. You agree what I'm saying? So, there are faithless people also and faithful people also. Why I like soulful japa, this thing and all that. Some of what Prabhu is saying, we may not be able to practice, we may not be able to appreciate. But that faith, it's so evident. Nama Prabhu, this thing, when you get up, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I was in Bangalore, I remember there was, we were in his office, Madhu Prabhu's office, and some news came that so-and-so person is planning to commit suicide, and in the suicide note he has written the name of Madhu Prabhu. So, and he is saying, I'm going and I'm committing suicide and all that. So, everyone, all of us, we were there in this thing, and we were all trying to know, let's do this thing, go to the police, we try to trace him, this thing, that thing. So while Madhu Prabhu was trying to guide us, what was in the beat, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. So that was one thing right in front of my eyes where I saw, even in the most quote-unquote dangerous position, So faith is contagious. If a person who has faith, you touch him, the faith will get transferred. A person who is faithless, you touch him, faithlessness will get transferred. Unless your faith is such, Prabhupada went to faithless people, but his faith got transferred to them. If our faith is not strong, we go to faithless people, their faithlessness will get transferred to us. Charge flows from higher level to lower level. So we should be very careful. Even in community of devotees, there could be somebody who is faithless. Faithless in the system, faithless in authority, faithless in... And if we associate in our own, that faithlessness will come on us. So that much discrimination we should have. Once we associate, then things are out of our control. Then the process will act. But whom to associate, some bit of discrimination is required. So we'll stop. Granth Raj, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.